Hi there, Pam Coburn-Litvak here. In part 6 of my series on cognitive therapy, let's meet Matt. Matt's running late for work, but then he gets stuck behind a school bus making multiple stops. Matt thinks, great, this is all I need this morning. Then he hits a construction zone, and Matt thinks, this is getting ridiculous. When he finally reaches the street where his office is located, he hits every single red light. Matt is ready to explode. He yells, I can't believe this awful day. I can't stand it. Have you ever had a morning like this? It's frustrating, right? But Matt's frustration is being fueled even more by a distorted thought called magnification. It's like using a high-powered lens to view our problems. Suddenly, they're magnified several times their original size, causing us to feel a magnified sense of stress, worry, and conflict. There's some common lingo for this distorted thought. The first is the horrible, terrible awfuls. We make mountains out of molehills, making us feel our problems are so terrible that we just can't bear it. So this leads to another common problem called I can't stand it-itis. Maybe you and I have felt this way too. We make a mistake and we think, I can't stand it when I do something that's stupid. Or maybe we're in a restaurant and someone messes up our order and we think, I can't stand how bad the service is here. With magnification, the response is bigger than the problem. Sure, I may get a little frustrated at slow traffic, mistakes, or getting poor service. But are these things really so unbearable that they could finish me off? Remember the stress scale we used for all or nothing thinking? Magnification basically means we view even small problems at the high end of the scale. This is also called catastrophizing, making problems feel much worse than they are. Research shows that catastrophizing is directly linked to higher levels of anger, as well as higher levels of stress, depression, and anxiety. Cognitive therapy can help remove the magnifying lens, helping us see things in a more realistic and manageable way. A good place to start is examining the evidence that led to our magnification. We can ask questions like, what exactly makes this problem seem so horrible, terrible, or awful? Is it really so unbearable that I can't stand it? Next, we want to look at our magnifying thoughts in a more realistic way. Magnification often involves unrealistic expectations. Some of these are our shoulds, and boy, are these heavy thoughts to carry around. Here's some examples. I should never get stuck in traffic. I should never make a mistake. Life should always be fair. Sure, we would all love to avoid traffic jams, mistakes, and getting treated in ways we don't like. But sometimes this stuff happens. We can get wrapped in the unfairness of it all, or we can try to reframe our shoulds into something more realistic. How about something like this? It would be nice if I never got stuck in traffic, but it happens, and I can stand it when it does. I would rather never make mistakes, but I'm human. Mistakes will come, and I can stand it when they do. I would love it if life was always fair, but I can stand it when the minor things in life are not fair. And I can do my best to make my part of the world as fair as I can. To find the right cost-benefit ratio, we can ask ourselves, what are the costs versus benefits of believing that life should always be fair? What are the costs versus benefits of believing that I should never make mistakes? When he's really frustrated, Matt is tempted to say, look, when stuff happens, I have a right to get angry about it. And you know what? He's right. Matt does have every right to get angry. But what if he chose not to? Matt also has the right to live in a way that will remove unnecessary pain and give him the most peace of mind. To get there, though, he may have to let go of some of his anger. You may ask, is anger ever the appropriate response? And the answer is yes, of course. We've all seen people get hurt according to universal standards of fairness. The golden rule, treating others the way we would want to be treated, is such a universal standard. We are responsible for living this way ourselves, and it's natural to get angry when we or someone else breaks this standard. But magnification can cause us to equate minor offenses that really shouldn't mean anything with major ones. So we can ask ourselves, are we angry over something major or minor? Was it an honest mistake where no one intended to hurt anyone else? For minor stuff, it's often best to simply let it go and move on. For major stuff, forgiveness is often the most healing way forward. Forgiveness doesn't mean that we don't have the right to be angry, only that we're choosing to let go of the wrong. Lewis Smedes wrote, "To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that that prisoner was you." Please like and share this content, and take a few seconds right now to subscribe. Thanks so much.